Differences between commercial bank and development bank. So as we know and we have learned till now that commercial bank are those financial institutions which accepts deposits and forwards loans, whereas development banks are those institutions which are established in the developing countries with a view of bettering the financial economic sectors of the economy. Now, let us understand what are the major differences between commercial bank and development bank. So, the main basis of differences between these two are number one, formation. The commercial banks are basically set up under the Companies Act, whereas development banks are usually set up under the special act passed by a government. Number two, nature. Commercial banks are normal and ordinary financial institutions, whereas development banks are specialized multi-purpose institutions which works a number of things. Number 3, raising of funds. Commercial banks accepts deposits from the public through different types of accounts, whereas the development banks, they do not accept deposits like the commercial banks from the public. Their main sources of funds are borrowing, granting, selling securities, etc. Number 4, check facility. There is availability of check facility in case of commercial bank, and this can be used for withdrawal of money, whereas there is no such check facility in case of a development banks. Number 5, advances. Commercial banks mainly provide short and medium term loans and advances, whereas development banks are mainly dealing in medium and long term advances and loans. Number 6, motive. The basic motive of a commercial bank is earning a profit, whereas the development banks are basically motivated by social profit. That is, the main aim of these banks are social welfare and providing public service. Number 7, credit creation. Commercial bank has the special power for multiplying their credit while lending through the deposits, whereas development banks do not have such kind of power to create any kind of credit. Number 8, acceptance of liabilities. The commercial bank's liabilities are accepted as a means for settling transactions, whereas the liabilities of a development bank are not accepted in any case as any kind of transaction means. So these are the basis of main differences between a commercial bank and a development bank.